Mr. Pinful. Alrighty then. Let me see. Good, the YouTube bot is working. Good, good. That's good. Oh, let me see. Usual spam link. Ah, didn't want that. Today I'm either working on more robots or switch to hometown building. Not sure. Not sure. Pin that thing. Oh, that's nothing. That should be the right message. Okay. Hometown. Not gonna lie, I do have a feeling, a wish to work on cleaning up more robot stuff, or just like minor little touches. But these guys already look fine enough. Hey, they even take damage. They explode decently. All seems good. Do I have any C++ courses by Mr. Pyro the Gaming Pro? No, really. My only advice on C++ is to go with something simple. Like when I got into C++, what helped me was, let me see, where was this? There was this old C++ free book that I had. I think it was called Thinking in C++. Bro, really? You're just not gonna find it? Yeah, there you go. This is some 20-year-old book on C++ that's goes without getting completely wild and crazy of modern C++. But really, you can just sort of see anyway. C++ is a minor thing after that. It's not... Because it's... You don't actually need to use all the modern C++ features. I don't. I only use what I want and what I need. Scroll that up, modern crap. Like, dude, in fact, here's an example. Check out the way I write the C++ loops. This is basically a C loop. It's not even C++ loop. Why? Because this runs faster in debug mode. Just remember that modern C++ hates debug builds with a passion of Jesus Christ. They absolutely hate it. They will do absolutely everything to destroy the speed, performance of debug builds. Yeah. I think it's because most of them people like web devs, they just write a bunch of anything so games. So they couldn't care less if something doesn't run in any particular performance speed at all. So for them, debug builds, who cares? Why would they ever care about debug builds? I mean, yeah, I could do home base. I have been thinking about it. Oh yeah, I forgot, there's always a way to work on sounds. I'm not sure if I want to work on sounds on the stream though, because it's kind of spammy audially. Continue listening to the same sound over and over, it sounds like it's gonna be annoying on the stream. So I might keep the sound off the stream work. So for home base, do I want to work on home base or not? That is a question. That is a question. Boom. Hey, why don't you finish your attack, little dude? These guys are annoying. But yeah, thanks for liking the stream. Little spinning bees. Oh yeah, one thing I do want to fix eventually is that the way the weapons knock the player is not consistent. It doesn't do it like the right way. It seems kind of random when you get punched. It's like you would expect you would get pushed in the direction of the attack, but sometimes it actually pushes you into the attack. Like is there any consistent direction? Wait, is it? Oh, it always pushes in the same direction. Well, that explains. I'm gonna shoot you in the back. I don't care. Oh, okay. Knockback direction's completely broken. He just always knocks you in the one direction. Okay. That's no bueno. Attack the wall, bros. Come on, you can do it. Attack the wall. Yeah, smash it. Fight the wall. Yes. Do it. Yeah, what that one little change where they react to the environment and do something different just brings them to life that much stronger. So it's not just like blindly repeating the same move over and over again. Yeah, I know you, buddy. Can always give you the same Rust look as well, but I don't feel like doing it today. Burn it down. I haven't done map work in a while. Because right now I'm starting a tutorial map. It's supposed to be a tutorial map. I'm not even sure if this even works. Does this even work? No, it doesn't. Of course not. Of course not. I'm trying to compile Vulkan C-Style in Studio 2012. Okay. I don't think can you even find downloads Visual Studio 2012 anymore? I doubt. Mr. Niff, reading very old text and multi-threading Win32. Tell me the new alternative to Windows NT performance monitor. If there is one. I mean, it depends what you mean by that. If you mean like the old DTW performance profile of capturing like system resources on that, that's still the same. That's just been kind of... That's like a global profile. It's not really made for like a system, single application. It's more like when you profile the whole OS, really. That's what it's really meant for. Or at least multiple applications. Outside of that, if you're just looking for like single process, Visual Studio debug profile is pretty good. Intel's okay. But Visual Studio is pretty easy to use because it's kind of well enough integrated. Yeah, I guess if you want to have Windows 7, using high-level Visual Studios will be difficult, but yeah. Probably you have a bigger concern if you can even get NVIDIA driver, or graphical driver, Vulkan support. Oh yeah, that's right, I guess there is Vulkan 1.4 now. I think it was still 1.2. Because I don't care. Bam! Kick him in the face. That ragdoll will need some work in the future, but I'm not even sure how long I can keep the guy around. Mr. T. Like from the what was it called? The A team. Mr. T from the A team. Good to see you as well. Looking code style you didn't like C89? Huh. I suppose it's possible. Well, good news to me is I'm not really into old outdated Windows OS anymore, because when you're selling the game on Steam, you have to be Windows 10 minimum. Thing is, if I work on hometown, actually, before I do that, why don't I enjoy the game running at almost the maximum speed that it can? How can you learn C++ game development? By starting into C game development. My recommendation generally for that nowadays, for what I've seen, you start with Raylib and C, and then from there you can go up from here. Because you just need a starting point to give you like samples of how to implement something, which is what Raylib will give you. And Raylib gives you like 70 different language layers. But recommend going with C first for a bit, and then after that you can go into C++ if you want. Raylib seems like a decent starting point nowadays, because this one actually will give you like the source code to study, to like a reasonable small amount to give the result that you want here, right? Was it space to jump here? Yeah. Go hunt. Alright, time to join a game in full speed. Because usually I run in debug builds, but this is almost fully optimized, almost. Can I get the shoes, please? There you go. Get the shoes, get the glasses. Off we go. You know what I feel like? I feel like chicken tonight. Nah, not true. Not true. Ooh, fireball. I do like my fireball. I better just hide everything. Whoa. Okay. Say goodbye to hammers. Technically, this isn't being properly cleaned up, but this might be a good day to take a break from working on small stuff and switch into something new. Burn it up. How do you dodge that? You bastard. Sure. Ooh, another hairstyle. Let's get it. I do need to make them different colors. For the things that I'm shooting versus what I'm getting hit with. Okay, what I got? Hometown. I mean, it kind of a time, because I do have a bunch of robots now. Really, I do. So I could build out... I technically have 4 bosses now. Technically. And like a handful, maybe 6 or 7 different small bots. So I could build out maybe like a game of like... let's say 20 waves, where every 5 is the boss, and in between you have small fry. And then what I would do is make it so the bosses are difficult enough we can just like one-shot everything from wave 1 to the end. And that would require me to build out some kind of restarting point as a home base. Explodes like a Russian tank. Back to ponytails. White and red. Where's red? Ah, I see. I see. Hit those. I'll keep that. Hey, back to little dudes. What's up, Soul Spider? Spider boy. What about the mail here we had earlier? Is it still functional? Yeah, but I haven't worked on this guy in a long time. It barely has very minimal stuff to it. You can definitely go around and punch things for sure, but I've created like maybe like 100 pieces of clothing items for the girl, but nothing for the guy. So he barely has anything going on. Plus, the way he punches right now, it doesn't feel good enough. It is like a good month of work just to make the punching feel some more up to what I want. Hey, what? They got me, little bastards. Is solo a good way to learn game dev? It's the best way to learn. Because engineer, the primary thing is to be independent thinker. If you constantly have somebody else fixing your issues for you, you're not going to learn as much. But when it's just you and nobody else, for example, in my game, it's me, 104,000 lines of code of C++, and that's it. Who else is going to fix anything for me? Just me, unless I pay somebody thousands upon thousands of dollars, and still get nothing. What's a hockey? But I have been thinking about home base for a while. Probably the simplest things to do for now would be like make like another box square looking thing like that. But sometimes I think of building out like a separate ship-like thing. And then have the heroine descend from the ship and land like superhero style on the map. How long have I worked on the game already? It's been 1 year full-time and then occasional brief periods prior. Different prototypes and occasionally building out some low-level tech. You hate using big libraries like MGUI? Yeah, MGUI is definitely not a big library. Really, maybe. But I get your feeling, but if you're just starting out, you do need some protection against going too high. And really, also nowadays, it's a lot of things are just too wild and crazy. I mean, ideally, if you have a patience, you should build something like a text adventure on the console. That might give you the least, but even setting up the basic C, C++ environment visual still requires a ton of skills. Like, it used to be easy to get into writing code. Nowadays, dude, setting up the whole dev environment is such a pain in the ass. For a beginner especially. Oh, dude, this guy's not gonna let me go through, huh? That's interesting, yeah, because you can't actually go... Oh, I made it. I made it. Squeeze right through. Yeah, you can always write your own IMGUI, but sure, depends what you want. But I actually like things like IMGUI because it's pretty small. Oh yeah, nice. Let me know how the game runs. I haven't updated my game like in 2 months now, so it's been outdated. Last time I updated that Steam build was like in February, beginning of February. So it's a bit out of date. Let's see what I want. Yes. Ooh, red and black. I think I'll do this. But the game that's on Steam right now doesn't have all those big robots yet. They need to be built out. I think it's time. Spent enough time building out a bunch of different robots. Time to put them together into like playable experience. Because I have a good amount to make it actually a demo out of it. I think. I think I updated inventory UI. Early one was fried in brain. I'm not even sure if this is a particular one is in there or not. But yeah, let's see. But I think what helps me a lot in my game is that I'm very critical of the game. So as I play it, I can actually see what needs to be fixed. Let's see, do I have any new? No. Also, nowadays actually show what new items I got with little tags. I was hoping for new color dice, but nothing yet. The game is working well. Nice. Nice. One thing you can do, Pyra, just to have fun. When you have a game open like this, you can press Ctrl C. That's nothing gonna happen, but then if you like open some kind of editor or something, and you press Ctrl V, it will print the stats about your system, what kind of frame rate you were seeing. Kind of gives me an idea how the game runs on what machines and so on. And then you can just paste that in YouTube channel, whatever. So just Control C while in the game, Control V. Actually, you know what? One thing I haven't looked at in a while. What was it? I have a crash website that collects information if a game crashes. I forgot the name of the website. When they will go pro 002? That's a good question. I think if I do a hometown, and I'll build out like 20 waves to go through 4 bosses, then that could be 002. And then I could actually call it demo maybe even. Because that'll be a decent amount of stuff. Icons for the inventory? Yeah. I hear you on that. The one thing I will say is that at least what I'm doing is that when you have the item over, it actually shows you what it will be, what it will look like. Oh, nice. 0.11 means 10% of the game is done. Who knows, maybe 1%. Playtest, let me see. RTX 350, nice. 59 FPS, ray tracing on, nice. Looking good. I think I might want to add to that information like resolution you're running at. Resolution of the game makes a pretty big difference. But in the game you can actually unlock the VSync just to see how high the frame rate can go to. When nothing's happening, my machine gets like over 300 and it's just 4K resolution. Let's see what happens when the big boy starts to smash things. Boom. Good enough. Alright. Let's not freak out GPU too much. Hometown. I think the easiest way to start hometown includes high score. Yeah. For sure. Because one idea I had, well, 144 is because I locked it back on. Because otherwise the GPU is gonna go wild. Granted, my machine is a beast, so it's not, doesn't say a whole lot. I think it explodes a little, even here. The cool stuff is pretty cheap. You want to see this hammer get exploded? Check it out. If you just press against the wall, eventually it just goes wild. Sometimes. Boom! Buy a hammer. Ooh, it fell down. That's a big hammer. Yeah. The thing is, I have a bunch of robots right now, but they're not particularly visible a whole lot. I do have a way to describe waves now. So like here I can do waves and describe how each wave looks like in terms of what robots are there. So that I can do. I'll think about that. I might do that maybe tomorrow. Well, honestly, for the next build, I might turn off the hero completely because he hasn't been touched in a while. I haven't really worked on make sure he works well with all the robots and stuff. Because Melee is just such a different beast. So I might just disable him for now. I'm gonna say something like disable in the demo for that guy. Yeah, OpenGL is deprecated after Mac OS for sure. For sure. Although for me it doesn't matter too much, because you don't really sell games on Mac OS anyway. Unless you're already huge like Balatro, then yeah, you can probably do fine, but as a beginning solo dev, Mac is kind of hopeless. So what would I need initial in the home base? I don't really have any item crafting yet, so it's too early to add. I guess I would add... I just need to wait to enter battle. Yeah, clang always gives interesting errors, yeah. It's always a pain. To support more than one compiler. Luckily I can just stick to Windows, Microsoft for a long time. Oh, I need 99% of mobile games, yeah. Yeah, I know you can. Visual Studio supports it as well, but I haven't bothered to look into it too much. Because from what I understand, Clang takes longer to compile. So I have trust issues. Really, you can't go through there? It's such bull. That is such bull. That's interesting. Why is the laser freaking out sometimes? Like here. I mean, it's actually kind of cool looking with the fact that it shakes. I was thinking about doing that actually. That kind of gives a sense of intensity to the laser. No, I definitely use CMake with Visual Studio Community anyway. Shake your hands indeed. Now, truth be told, I actually do have game logic where the laser actually kind of circles around on the robot. It doesn't stay in one spot like here, especially when we use the controller. Gonna give a little bit of a sense of different... Jesus Christ, those lasers. But it doesn't happen when we use a mouse. The mouse is pretty precise. But I was thinking like, maybe we can add like a little bit of jiggle to the laser point. You know, I'm gonna make a note of that, but otherwise ignore that. Laser and other abilities. Slightly varies its target location, even when not pointing to a robot, even when using a mouse. Something to consider. A little sum to consider. I'm still running in crazy frame rate, okay. Let's lock it down. Need items to give a laser status effects like slow and burn, yeah. In fact, lasers already have two abilities that you can play around with, that I can as a dev play around. One is piercing effect, so you can add like piercing to the laser. But for example, when you drop this laser does not pierce, whereas your own will pierce through the wall. Actually, no, it's above the wall, but it will go for robots. And then additionally, when you use a laser, it actually... when you use it on small stuff anyway. Like for example, these guys are dashing, you can actually stop them mid-dash by using a laser, and he just like... he stops. It's like a laser right now has a stun when it's a player's laser. So those are things I could do if I go. Some extra IRPGs do allow you to modify the same spell, so that could be one thing. Shoes, wrist. Okay. I prefer lasers to be a bit wavy. Yeah. Could definitely do it. Well, although a straight laser has a benefit where it's not just a single line, you can actually like vary it, like when you swing the laser out. Do I have anything good? There you go, more energy. Because here, when you swing the laser, it actually like draws like a little shape, almost like a Star Wars-like laser. And of course, with all this, we can make something more archy. Something that has like a little sign thing to it or something. Damn, I forgot how big those hammers are. Oh, snap. Find your dead spot. Damn it. Do I have anything to... No, I don't. Better if a ground shows where damage will appear and stuff. Yeah, potentially. Potentially. Maybe. All of melee attack doesn't feel as necessary, to be honest. Especially things like a melee attack like that, because it's actually possible to push them around a bit. The moment they do, changes the attacks a little bit, so I'll have to think about that. I think it'll be more useful for things that are like 10. Like if it's some kind of delayed like rocket launch that always hits the spot no matter what, then yeah, something like that will fly. Oh yeah, with controller you can go and spin. Especially once the game becomes like hectic with all the debris, like seeing what's something on the ground is actually going to be kind of difficult. What about Fog of War and enemy show up like Sensor Tower and Succretive Tube Lip? Yeah, I was thinking actually adding something to the edges. So that sometimes when like the different robots get stuck somewhere, you can see it. Riding those robots, it's funny. I have been thinking about adding like a bike that she can ride on occasionally. Like when you need to move fast for some reason. Maybe. It would definitely be a fun animation to use. But so far my world is it's not particularly big open world, so maybe it's not that useful, I'm not sure. Oh, maybe for home base, I can build like a little hover bike thing that she uses to lift from the home base and land on the map. That might be cute. Not particularly necessary, but cute. Now, if the map is not too big, even now I sometimes get lost, I forget what the next input is. Man, this energy orb is such a pain. Like, if it collides, the obstacle just dies and produces nothing, like here. Dude, you need to lay off your lasers. Lay off your lasers, son. Do you have any new dye? Yes. Huh. Sure. That's a good color. Oh yeah, there's robots around. Dude, why am I not healing at all? Oh yeah, I haven't done any of that stuff. I think integrity heals, right? Yeah, let's put a bunch of stuff in here. Stuff for home base. Right now, if I was just doing the bare minimum, just to not overload myself. Just somewhere you can go back to, and from there you can choose to re-enter the battle. How about that? I was thinking of doing it maybe like Diablo 2, where you just like directly go from a hometown to the next map directly. It's like that'll be the easiest thing to do for sure. But I do like the idea of having like a hover bike actually. Because I did like the idea of Diablo 4 where you can like occasionally jump on a horse if you're not taking damage and just gonna move faster. What's going on here? You know what's nice thing about moving around in my game with a controller or keyboard or anything is that you never really get stuck. Like it never happens where the character gets stuck on some stupid corner and can't really go anywhere. Like it's really difficult to find a spot which you actually get stuck on. Like you have to really get in that corner to just like not move anywhere. If you just like move even a little bit sideways, it just goes around. Like all I'm doing here is pressing up. It just goes around. That was such a good idea a year ago. Just clean that out. Because games love to get stuck on some stupid little corner. And all you just want to do is move around a bit. That's all you want. Ooh, item die. Hell yeah. What did I get? What kind of item die did I get? Just black. Why not? For the hell of it. Plasma shield ability. I guess depends what you mean by plasma shield. In general, I always was a fan of W2's energy shield, where a portion of your damage goes into energy as opposed to life. So that is something to consider. But yeah. Halo Star Wars Roly Poly Robot. Oh yeah, that reminds me. That completely reminds me. I have bought this course and haven't finished going through, but this one teaches you how to build a robot like this one. Yeah, and I could definitely build and rig something up like that. It's actually a cute idea to think of. For now, so far my robots are very like humanoid and blocky. But next one, maybe I make something more composite like this. So yeah, this little bot is kind of cute. I call it P2D bot, that's funny. That's funny. 1, 2, 3. There was basically only 3 colors here. Gentle Roomba propaganda reminder. Yeah, yeah. Although what's the Roomba attack? Does it just like sweep you up when it gets close? Because I think the only way Roomba can attack is basically run you over. It has like a little sweeper next to one to side. And yeah, you can definitely, that's what I was thinking. If I have that ball, it just goes into like rolling mode when it moves. And then when it stops, it switches into gun mode. Oh yeah, Pinfall, I forgot about that. Before I forget completely. Add a sweeper Roomba robot that picks up a robot debris and removes it. It's not particularly do anything, it's more like a little cute environmental thing. Because I do have a bunch of debris now flying around. And I could like... The thing just goes wrong, picks up. Kind of like, what was it called? The Fargate? Was that the name of the show? TV series. Farscape. Yeah, Farscape had a robot like that. I do remember that. Beat the game without killing any Roombas. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I could actually introduce a system. We have specific way to beat the game doing something weird and odd. Much like you have a lot of Diablo 2 runners doing like really odd challenges, you could have something very similar here I can actually implement at the game level. Such as, I don't know, like you only use one particular skill or something the whole game. Or like, yeah, weird kind of conditions. Dude, why do you sometimes... No, it looks good here. Roomba Tech might be planting StarCraft 2 spider mines. Kinda. Although planting spider mine doesn't sound particularly scary for a robot, I guess. Plus, some melee guy might have to come up some different way to handle mines that don't kind of jump at you no matter what you do. But yeah, maybe something just kind of has like a timeout, so it doesn't stay forever. I really want to add another animation to her reacting to have a bunch of debris in the face. My previous prototype in this game actually had some item crafting that I built out. And I had like a separate station to do that. So that was like a home base. So my previous prototype actually had a home base. This one doesn't yet. Might be time. Whoa. Chill. Chill. Alright, home base it is. I'll start with an enclosed square. One principle I want to have and keep in mind is that the game always has like locked view on your character in the center. Like I don't want any cutscenes, anything that interrupts that visual connection. So even when you go from home base to the level, I want that to be remain the same. I was thinking actually to finally implement a fog based on height. That way, as you leave the hometown, it will fog away into the distance. As you jump or go on a hover bike, and then as you land on the map, it could do the same thing where like the map comes into view with a fog effect. That way I don't need to worry about the fact that my game doesn't look all that amazing when you zoom way out. Because I don't know if I want to land from this far away. Like initially I don't care, but probably adding some kind of fog might be nice. But does this work still? No, does it? Did I break this? Kind of broken. Kind of broken. Gotcha hammers, dude. Gotcha hammers. I was thinking actually a little animation that she does. She like surrounded a bunch of debris, does like some kind of little spinny move, and just pushes away all the debris out of the way. Boom. Because RPGs usually don't do things like that. I don't usually leave all that stuff around, just kind of hanging. Just hanging out. Hey, don't be pushing. All I'm doing is trying to move the hammer around. Okay. That was enough for running around. Back to building mode. I think I can reuse the same map system I have now. I built home base out of cell nodes, out of squares. Right, yeah. Alright, so first thing, I want to make sure that this stuff works with switching. For some reason this doesn't actually switch. Like I know I can see it here, but because I think for the game I'd still start the game in like tutorial map. I'll give you like a few basic hints. And then when you first time fail and die, then you'll be taken to the home base. That seems like easier progression. So I want to be able to choose where you're starting. You guys are mad at the wall? Why you guys mad at the wall, bro? Why are you mad? Hey. Oh yeah, I was thinking of using root motion to improve walking. Or flying stuff like drones? Sure. In fact, flying is the easiest thing to do. In fact, that big robot dude flies just fine. Yeah, flying is easy. I mean, this is like exactly what these guys are doing. They're just flying, essentially. They're just pretending like they're walking through animation. So if anything, flying is easy. Flying, all you need to do, I can make like a little sphere thing. It just floats and just shoots at you with a gun. That's it. So that part is easy. It is sad how much slower debug build is. Look at that dropping into the 80s. Well, release build runs on 300 plus. Okay. What do I have for sync systems? Think about any of that. Oh, this chooses a start map. Does it? Kinda. Actually, I haven't done that in a while. Let's see if this still functions. Yeah, physics. I know you hate me on that. Oh, that's right. Now she actually gets bumped when she tries to go for the robot. That's right. Man, the bug build's so slow running it down to 60. Ooh. She got bumped twice. Boink, boink. Alright, what is this map thing? Why do I have an array? Okay. There's my home base. Do I load? What do I load? Oh yeah, this whole thing. Where is it? Reload the world. I don't know if I need to reload the world so much as I need to load a different one. Yeah, finally. Card map selection. What's up, Aditya? Things are good. Just thinking about stuff. I need to tell the game to load the home base here. Oh, which way do I want to load? Maybe this request could include into home base. How my game development going? It's going good, going well. What's this color? It's decent. Oh, it's not what I wanted. Yeah. Zoom in a tiny bit. Things are going well, but now it's time to think of the bigger stuff. And that is to load into the home base. Just to make it more clear. Reload world. Maybe I change this to into battle. Something like that. To default or something. That way everything I use this will break. And I can fix it up. Like here. To home base. What do you want? Oh. Good catch. Good catch. Hey Taras, what's up? Welcome back yet again. Well, if that happens... Actually, maybe I'll just do this here. Yeah. And I think this will trigger it. Mr. Taras Mazeppa. Indeed, 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 indeed. Oh, you know what? The only way to go back to home right now is to die. Which seems like a lot of effort. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's fine. Don't even try to attack when you get too close. Well, I can fix that problem. Come on, big boy. Show me what you got. Yeah. I don't care about that. Oh, you're really gonna miss? That is the funniest. You know what? I'm trying to die in the game and I just can't. That's funny. I have too much healing too. Oh, finally it did. Okay. Finally, it happened. Oh, the game is still paused. That's interesting. Why is the game paused? Why is that dude there? Indeed, the game is too easy, too difficult to die. I think part of the challenge is my game is too precise. So yeah, why is the game still paused? I thought... But this will do that, no? It sounds like I need to introduce a teleport to home, like now. And for nothing else, I'll be able to test the feature without waiting on all the punishment to be doled out. Bring it! Oh, these guys don't attack when it gets too close. That's a good test. Let's see, attack range. I should fix it. Whatever. Alright, what are we doing? Home base check. Check. So what does it think? Oh, now it's been paused. Oh, it was paused because there was like an inventory menu when I died somehow. Okay. So good news, bad news. Oh, the walls, whatever. So I'll need a different world generation for this. Because I don't need all this gray stuff around if it's home-based, technically. Technically. And the walls are facing the wrong way anyway. Oh, there was random crap at home. Okay, might as well build the wall. I think I need to flip everything actually. Alright, I'm already getting annoyed at this. It's actually, they should use a different attack when up close. Oh well. Ooh, good dash. Oh, like second punch at the end gets it. Is there some bug again of healing? Okay. Okay, that fixed that wall. Dude, where? Oh, whoops, it's not what I wanted. You know what? Can I just change this to... Does that still even work? Guess kinda. Okay, the border is here at least. Might need different walls though for home base anyway. Will the home base itself a progression system like base building? I mean, I personally want to do that. A question of time, if I should focus on that or not. I'm thinking of doing a little bit just to support item crafting better. And for story purposes, I could unlock it for... like if you, let's say, you have quests to save different people, and then you get them as like shoppers or different service people. And that would help you craft different items in different fashions, so on. Right, that's the idea. Although, I don't know if I like person like actual building things. To me, it's gonna be more like if you achieve certain achievements or finish a quest, and the reward is you get to unlock like another option. So like everything is static. You just to get to choose to replace or add something kind of built in. I don't want to build up this whole thing. We can like move around, put up different corners and stuff, dude. Like they're just like so much work. It's a completely different game. But something more like Diablo 3 style, where you could just like upgrade his shop and it changes look a little bit. I could do something similar. You know what, in the beginning I could actually maybe start like in a small section. Put up a corner here. Definitely different walls though. Alright, so that's the idea for portal. But actually, now I'm thinking about that bike, I do like the idea of hover bike. So I'm thinking is that your home base is actually floating. So I'll have different walls indicating like you have windows or something. And then instead of portals, what I will have instead, you have like open space. And you have like a bike in here. And then your portal is essentially your bike. You choose which bike to take, and that bike will take you to different levels. And then you'll see the character hop on a bike, and then she will just like fly off the base of the bike. The home base disappears, everything gets foggy, and then that bike lands on that map that you're going to. So that would be a portal. I think I like the idea of some kind of physical movement as opposed to just portal snappy snap. Plus, I kind of like the idea of the bike. I think that's what I will do. The unfortunate thing is freaking feeling hungry. I might take a break for food and then come back. Turns out I did not eat enough food. The price of being 6'3". You need a lot of food. Because I did see some cute bikes, including this one bike I saw recently. I was playing Magic the Gathering here. And I recently liked this new card cover. I think it might still be in the store. I've joined indie game developers, yeah. Well, to be honest, I haven't really interacted a whole lot, to be honest. No? Where is this thing? I guess I just have to go to my packs. Where's cover? Yeah, card sleeves. Can you just like zoom in? Yeah. No, this is not a bike, this is more like a car. But I could build out a cute little simple sci-fi hover bike. And that would be a portal. It's probably a bit more effort than I should really need for all this. But, it'd be kind of cute. Yeah, upgradable bikes, yeah, for sure. At least nothing but visual. Just that, dude, anytime you add more art assets, it's such a pain. Because art, it takes so long to create. I guess if I keep everything simple, I don't have to suffer as much. Wait, I saw a bike somewhere. I don't have it, but I thought I saw it in a store. Was it here? Kinda, except it's not quite. Oh, here's a bike. That's not a bad bike. Those fancy sci-fi wheels like that. In-game bike compared to the other one, yeah. Good question. Yeah. I don't know. Offhand, the only thing you can do is that it gets you there quicker. But like a second quicker. So it's like 2 seconds to get there as opposed to 4 or something, or 3. That's about it. I could technically introduce bike into the map as well. Maybe. But it seems a bit of a pain. It's cute. There's a bunch of cute ideas. Yeah, but I need to make new walls though. Something that fits the home base a bit more. Because I would need, because first thing, home base you shouldn't be able to destroy at all, right? Because right now you can destroy home base, it's not gonna fly. And I would need doors automatically open like in Star Trek. And I'm thinking like you have basically a home base is like a floating platform. And you have sub rooms. Initially you could probably lock everything down. And unlock as necessary as you go by. So you have like a main room. And that'd be like portal section here or something. It could be like different flight paths. Each one having a bike. Yeah, I like that idea. Luckily my animation skills are getting better and better, so I should be able to do decent. Some decent. It's like, for example, let's say this could be empty. So it's this. And so this would be taking you into some path. I guess technically it would be... Let's give it some more space. You create a new node, it's completely empty. Completely empty. Corner. Ugh. We don't need south? No, probably not. Or is it west? Yeah, west. You know what I might need to do for home-based construction? I need to make this be dynamic so I don't have to reload the whole thing. It just updates in place. For combat battles, not too useful, but for this it's nice because it's supposed to be immutable. Okay. So, west again. Yeah, so it'd be like different path, one portal, another portal to go out, and I just need to disable this thing entirely. Introduce nodes completely empty. And this would be like a fly out paths. Mm-hmm. Let's just build simple walls for now. Really? Oh, I did the whole direction thing. Right. Home base I can probably do like windows. Window view, this will be completely empty, and there just will be flight paths here. And they can do some particle effects to the side and the emptiness to introduce idea of motion. It seems fine. Yeah, it's gonna take a couple of days to go through that. There's gonna be a bunch of new changes that I'm not doing yet. I need completely empty node, which I don't have. Oh, this will need a new different floor as well, so it's not destructible. Yeah. Alright, I shall take a break. I'll get more food and return in an hour or so to continue this. Might even do this. First steps towards home base. Won't be any combating for a while. This effort will take a separate branch. It could use its own little branch. For sure. And game to wishlist, awesome. If you have your own Steam link, throw it out my way as well. Cool, man. I think Steam is now about a couple months out of date. Should probably update it at some point. Some point. Soon. Sometime this month, hopefully. Definitely will do it once I have a home base. With a hover bike, that would be awesome. For now, we need to do some git merging. give you follow, Mr. Taras. Alright, let's see. Branching time. Home base. Because this will take a number of days to finish out everything I have. But at least now I have a plan. I have a plan for what I want to do in the home base. It will be good. Now, really, the only thing I actually care about the home base is a hot tub pool. That's the most important part. Everything else is just minor. You have one comment. First 15 seconds, cloth change. Looks like game is glitching. A score disappearing and characters only in panties. Huh. First 15-second cloth change. It could be. To be fair, that game was 2 months old. So yeah, I don't need to update it, so that if for some old bugs that are defects, it would be great to definitely throw it up there. That's a good idea. I'll make a note. I'll make a note. From the playtest. Bug. Let's see. Should keep it in mind. Should keep it in mind. Oh, we're talking about the video in the Steam itself. Talking about this one. I think what you might see, if this is what you mean, then there's actually, it's actually everything is fine. It's just that the color there is blonde, so it's very hard to tell that the fact it's that. Yeah, I can see the fact that it's hard to see that color. I get it. I get it. I get you. I got you. I mean, to be fair, this needs to be updated anyway. Well, doesn't need a whole lot of updating, to be honest. You just have new robots to fight, but otherwise it's more or less the same. But yeah. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. In the Steam playtest video. Oh. Yeah, yeah. I can see what you're paying close attention to. Respect. I can respect the man of culture. What I might do for this, I might do for the stress test main menu automatic view, perhaps disable certain color choices. Clothing that is hard to notice, or doesn't stand out well, no? So I can like ban like such as disallow blonde color. Something like that would do it. Something like that would do it. For sure. Plus I need to recraft it anyway. Before I had a better video in some ways where it was like little snippets. I don't know. Maybe like 5 to 7 seconds clips of different action. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Alright, I shall return after some food.